6:46 on Wednesday the 17th of February, and this is one of the other good traditions through lockdown has been going running. Now I wonder if you've been running or done much exercise over the last few weeks. We're thinking about running the race a little bit later on. We're going to go on a run right now, so we'll see how long that takes. Usually it's about 35 minutes, so we'll see how quickly we can do it today. Okay, it's now 1 minute past 7 and I've done 2,300 steps. So we've run from our house round to this place, which is where the park run would have started. Some of you may have done the park run in the past. This is just by the Riverfront Theatre. This is where the park run would start. So usually in normal times you'd have between 300-400 people here, and they would start the run from here. So we got as far as where you would start the run, and we're going to work our way back round to our house, so see how quickly we can do it. Okay, it's now 11 minutes past 7, 3,862 steps, not far from home now. A bit later on we're going to think about running the race, and in our Christian journey, running that race. So you might want to think about that for a few more moments, because a bit later on I'll share with you a Bible verse all about running the race. Let's see how quickly we can get back. Okay, it's 7:21. It took a little bit longer than we might have done because we stopped a few times to film. We've come to the end of the run. I've done 5,553 steps, so I'm quite pleased with that. So I'm going to go and shower, and then I'll talk to you about running the race. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing parts of the run there. We do it about 4 times a week, that particular route, so it's been quite good to be able to do that during lockdown. Even though you can't do the actual park run itself, it's a similar route, but a little bit longer. I'd encourage you, if you're able, if you'd like to do some running, it's a good way of being refreshed, I found, and apparently I've even lost weight. Not that I had much weight to lose in the first place before lockdown actually started. I'm going to read some Bible verses now, which came up on the screen. There are a few verses that came up, but the ones I'm going to read to us today come from 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verses 24 and 25. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. To win a race, you know, for runners, real professional runners, not people like us that go do those little runs like that, but real professional runners, you know, they have to have real dedication, real commitment to keep going if they're to win. We see people who run at the Olympics. Hopefully we'll have the Olympics this year, and we'll see the runners in the Olympics and all the training they have to go to, not just the runners, but all the athletes that we see, the dedication and commitment that takes, the hard work, and the sacrifices they have to make in order to be, you know, to be at their best in the Olympics and all other sports where these athletes have to be at their best. And what Paul says here is using this illustration to share it as being a bit like our Christian walk. You know, we really have to have dedication and commitment to it, just like those athletes there that have that commitment. You know, we're running towards a far better reward. You know, not just a gold medal in the Olympics, but an eternal reward. We think of the rewards we get in this earth. You know, it's nothing compared to the rewards that God promises to us, saying that we compete for a crown that will last. You know, not just something that won't last forever, but to receive a crown that will last forever. And that's what God promises to all of us. And so, however long you've been a Christian, whether you've been a Christian for 60 years or 6 weeks or 6 minutes, or you know, you still don't feel you're there yet, this is a reminder that we've got to keep going and keep running the race. And that final verse that came up from 2 Timothy 4 verse 7, I've run the race, I've fought the good fight, he's finished the race. You know, keep going wherever you're at, whatever you might be going through. Let us keep going on the race, keep running the race. And there's our challenge, you know, to keep running the race wherever you're at. A challenge to exercise as well, but a challenge to keep running the race, keep going in our faith. As well as that, we've got a bit of a bonus feature here to do with our service tomorrow. You may know we've been going through the gifts of the Spirit, and tomorrow the sermons are all about the gift of tongues, which is to do with, you know, speaking in other languages. So there's a special little treat here. Here's another extra challenge for you. You're going to see a short clip as we finish off this little section for today, but you're going to see some different people speaking in another language. Now they're all saying the same thing, and you're going to watch and listen carefully. You might want to sort of rewind and listen carefully, see if you can pick up what they're saying, because they're all saying it in a different language, but they're all saying the same thing. What I'd like to do is if you could either write on WhatsApp or send to me what you think they might be saying, and then tomorrow's service will say something, will reveal what's actually being said. So you may recognise some of the faces, maybe familiar, some of them may not be so familiar, but they're all speaking in another language. So listen carefully and see if you can work out what they're saying.
Ми сподіваємося, що цього року відбудеться барбекю в Лісверській Баптистській церкві.
Bonjour. Nous espérons qu'il sera une fête en juillet dehors. Donc, nous pouvons inviter nos amis à l'église dans les soirées. À bientôt.
हमें उम्मीद है कि लिस्वेरी बैप्टिस्ट चर्च में गर्मियों में बारबेक्यू हो सकता है. Praise the Lord. Amén.
Espero que haya una parrillada este año en la iglesia Bautista Lisweri.
Feel I bwyd barbecue yn Eglwys Bedi Lisweri ar afnasaf.
Women Juan Jinyan Yu Yiga Ilizwari Jin Jin Hue Jiao Tang Shao Kao.
Kototiwa Lisweri no Baptisto Kyokai no Barbecue. Shimasioni na.
Wir hoffen, dass es dieses Jahr ein Grillfest in der Lisbury Baptist Church gibt.
यो गर्मी महिनामा लिल्सबरी बैप्टिस्ट चर्चमा मासु पोलेर खाने आशा राखेका छौँ.